Hello and hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know, I'm finally back on this channel. It's been damn near 4 months since I've been on this channel, okay guys? I know if you guys have been subscribed to this channel for a while, you've been wondering, probably more than likely wondering where I've been. All I'm gonna say is just life's been crazy. The recent months, it's been pretty crazy, and I haven't really had time to upload on this channel. And my gaming channel, I just mainly have the time to upload on my main channel. But I want to get this channel back up and running. I've been wanting to do that for months, and I haven't been able to do that. Plus, I just got this channel monetized. Like, this channel has been eligible for monetization since March, but for some reason, like, I couldn't figure out like how to get my videos monetized. Like, they weren't automatically monetized, and I figured out like a couple days ago, oh, I gotta go and click get started on the ads thing, and then boom, my videos are now monetized. So now this channel is monetized, so I can finally make some extra cash on this channel because I'm too broke right now. So yeah, I want to come back to this channel. I didn't know exactly what I want to upload on this channel. I mean, I know regardless I was going to do reaction videos because this is my backup reaction channel to my main reaction channel, but I really want to do football content on this channel. I really want to. I want to react to football highlights and stuff. But the problem is, the NFL or any sports league, and like actually any sports league, they will copyright you if you use their content basically. And all of my NFL highlight reactions that I've done on this channel are all copyrighted. Like, none of them, not a single one of them are safe. Like, all of them are copyrighted, and it sucks because I really want to react to NFL game highlights this upcoming season. But unfortunately, if my videos are gonna get copyrighted, it's not really worth it. I mean, I guess I could just say screw it and just go for it, but I don't know. And if you are subscribed to this channel, and if you know a way around it, like is there a way around me reacting to football content? I tried researching it, but I couldn't really find a lot of explanation besides people saying don't do it. But there's people like Flight Reacts that react to any kind of sports highlights. So how does he get around it? Like, does anyone know any way around getting around the copyright to react to sports highlights, or is there not and they just embrace it? I really don't know, but I would love to react to NFL highlights. Like, I want to be like Flight Reacts 2.0 for this channel. I want to react to any NFL highlights that's out there. I don't know, I'll get it figured out. And if you guys are smarter than me and you know your way around it, or you have a solution to this, then please comment it down below and I would love to hear it. But as of right now, I guess I'm gonna have to react to other types of football content. So Tom Grossi is a channel that I've reacted to a lot on this channel. I've reacted to a bunch of videos from his channel. I react to him on this channel, mainly his skits, but this time I'm going to be reacting to his predictions on each division. We're going to be starting with the NFC East because, you know, I'm an Eagles fan. They're in the NFC East, so I want to hear his prediction on not only the Eagles but the entire division. And I'll try to do every single one of his predictions until, you know, football starts. Football actually starts in 2 days, actually. The first game? No, that's Thursday. Okay, 3 days is the first game. I'm hyped. I'm really hyped. Football is finally around the corner. The regular season, that is. So anyways, guys, I know this was a long intro, but we're going to try to get back on it with this channel. We're going to try to be consistent, trying to get daily uploads on this. So if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, then I really recommend it. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my main channel, the link to that will be in the description. So with that being said, and if you haven't yet subscribed to Tom Grossi and you want to watch the original video for yourself, then the link to it will be in the description. So with that being said, let's get into this.
Let's talk about the East.
All right, here we go. I haven't watched a video from Tom Grossi in a while. It's been months. All right, here we go.
Grossi Posse, Packer Nation. Welcome to an episode of Packers Podcast where you don't play Packers fan, but it sure does help. I'm your host, Tom. Are we finally going to have a back-to-back winner of the NFC East? Probably not. Grossi, and today we are going to be predicting the entire...
Yeah, I don't know why the NFC East has this weird curse of nobody repeating ever since the 03, 04, and the 02 Eagles. which they won the division back-to-back years. Ever since then, no one can stay on top for more than 2 consecutive years. It sucks. It's only 1 year is a winner, the next year is a different winner, the next year is a different winner. Like, and since the Cowboys won last year, my prediction is the Eagles are going to win it this year, because there's no way in hell the Giants are going to win it this year. I highly doubt the Commanders are even going to be able to compete with the Cowboys and the Eagles for the top spot.
Division that is the NFC East, which is a complicated one to say the least. And in case you are not aware of how I do predictions, you can go and check out the video I put out yesterday on the NFC North. Basically, I go through each team, talk about their offseason.
I'll do that one tomorrow.
And then predict their ceiling and their floor.
Okay.
So basically, how bad things could get and how well things could go for them this season.
Okay.
Last year, these were my predictions. I had the Eagles finishing first at 13-4 with their ceiling and 11-6 as their floor.
Damn, he actually
finished with 11-6.
he predicted the floor.
The Cowboys I had finishing second with a ceiling of 12-5 and a floor of 8-9.
And
finished with
which they actually predicted.
Third place,
He actually got
this
it right.
one right. They got the Giants. I had them finishing either 10-7 or 7-10 with their floor. They
Well,
finished 6.
they had a downfall this year.
And finally, I had the Commanders with a ceiling of 8-9 and a floor of 4-13.
Well,
and they
he got it right again.
4-13 record. So not too bad. The NFC East also did pretty good with
Not
the
too
NFC
far
North.
off.
I want to get this out of the way because the NFC.
Honestly, the Eagles could have gone 13-4 or 14-3 if the team just didn't fall apart after we went 10-1. Like, I don't even know what the hell happened. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, we were doing so good. We beat the Cowboys. We beat the Bills. We beat the Dolphins. You know, we beat actual good teams like that. And then once we played the 49ers and then the Cowboys, we just shit our pants. We just straight up, we gave up. We pretty much gave up. I don't know what happened. Every one of those weeks, I'm just depressed. I'm vaping. I didn't drink really that time, but I was just vaping so much. I'm just like, bro, what the fuck?
South went so poorly. I predicted the Panthers to finish second. So, yeah, that's how that went.
Oh,
anyway,
so I guess his
let's talk about
predictions
the
are not
East.
always on point.
Starting off, you got the Philadelphia
Oh, boy.
Eagles. The Eagles, well, they had themselves a season last year.
Yeah, definitely.
Coordinator issues abound, and the just end of the season, the collapse, it looked horrible.
Yeah.
And their play wasn't amazing. Something was just off with their defense, and of course their offense, it couldn't get going. Nothing
Yeah.
like they were for their Super Bowl
I don't know
run.
what
And,
happened.
of course, they ended their season.
Well, obviously, I do have some ideas. It could be because of the coordinators, could be because of injuries we have, or it's just our players just shit in the bed altogether. I mean, it's a mixture of all those two. I feel like I mainly blame the coordinators because Brian Johnson, he was a terrible offensive coordinator. Running a quarterback draw on a 1st and 20. I saw that versus the Cowboys. Jalen Hurts fumbled. What kind of stuff is that? What is that? Thank God we got rid of him this offseason.
Against the Buccaneers, and it was just ugly.
It's terrible.
Ugly game. They're going to be opening their season in Brazil against none other than the Green Bay mother-loving Packers, which I'm sure
This Friday is the big day for me. Wait, what did that say? I need to shut up. I always have a lot. I have a lot of things to say.
Which I'm sure the Cowboys are reacting normally to.
Avenge me.
Avenge me now! And the Eagles, they went to work this offseason. They bring in Saquon Barkley to make
we
that
definitely
running game
went to
even
work.
better. Even though I like Swift, I think Barkley, if he can stay healthy, is a really great addition there. They also addressed their secondary, which was
look at that.
needed by drafting
Two
and DeJean coming off a
two corners the first 2 rounds, I'm assuming.
Great thing to see. And looking at their stats from last year, the Eagles were top 10 in pretty much every category except for passing offense. They were 7 in points per game scored, they were 8th in rushing offense, and they were 16th in passing offense. However, on defense, this is where things weren't so pretty. They were 30th in points allowed per game. They were 31st in passing defense, hence why they went after secondary for their first 2 picks in the draft. And they were
I'm glad we went for a defender in the first round. I was thinking before the draft, I was like, we need a defender. We need a defender. I don't remember what exactly I said. I don't know if I said we need a defensive back or a linebacker. Either one of those I said. I think it might have been linebacker. I don't know. But we got ourselves a quality defensive back in Quentin Minshew. I forgot his name. It's something along the lines of that. Oh my God. I haven't been paying attention that much. But I saw the draft. I saw that and I was like, wow, we actually went ahead and got ourselves a defensive back, which according to what everyone's saying, he's a good pick. So I'm really hoping he can really strengthen up that secondary, because our secondary was god-awful. It was god-awful most of last year. Terrible. And we also got Cooper DeJean, he's a white boy. I don't really see a lot of white boy defensive backs. So that's interesting. That's not the main reason why I like him. But like, some people are saying he's a good pick as well. So hopefully, with those two defenders, we can strengthen up that secondary, which our secondary was good like the previous year. I don't know what the hell happened last year. Like Darius Slay and James Bradbury, they looked like they didn't know how to play proper football. Like, I watched the games, I'm just like, what are they doing? And then we got Kevin Byard last year. He did nothing. So I'm just hoping that the corners we got, my phone's about to die. I'm really hoping they can strengthen up our secondary.
10th in rushing defense. Now, I imagine the Eagles want to see some big-time contributions from guys like Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith, who was dealing with an injury. I imagine they are going to want to see that defense improve. And on top of that, not only the investment, but switching up coordinators and not having
we got different coordinators.
Also going to help. However, for
we got Vic as a defense coordinator.
They are going to have some stiff competition. They're going to be facing teams like the Packers. Of course, they're going to have the Cowboys twice, which I imagine they're going to split with. The Browns are going to be a tough game. The Bengals are going to be up there as well. They also have teams like the Ravens and even the Steelers with that potent defense.
Yeah, definitely. Those are going to be tough games.
However, I think the Eagles are going to be pretty darn good this year. Nick Sirianni, maybe that seat is a little bit warm, but switching out the coordinators.
Yeah, he's definitely in a pretty hot seat right now.
Possibly done. They address their secondary. They bring in a running back like Saquon Barkley. And so because of that...
Yep. We got some pieces that I personally feel we got. DeAndre Swift, we got Saquon Barkley. Big signing this offseason. Even though a lot of people like to overrate him because he wasn't really that good with the Giants. He was injury prone with the Giants. But I feel like if he can stay healthy this year, he can go off. I really feel like it. Like, I've seen some games with what am I saying? I've seen some games with Saquon Barkley. I feel like he can be a good back for that Eagles offense. As long as he stays healthy and the line stays healthy, like everyone is healthy, he's going to go off this year. I feel like he's going to have like, I don't know, a 1,500 yard season. I personally think that. I'm just hoping that's the case, because if not, I will shoot myself.
I have their floor at 9 and 8. That's if everything went wrong. And I have their ceiling all the way up at 13 and 4.
Okay.
I just think that with a really strong running game that their fan base doesn't have to bully them into, and a better defense, just with the guys that they've drafted, that passing defense should be better.
Yeah.
I think they'll be more of a competitive team, and because of that, I have them finishing real strong.
Yeah.
Phrasing. Then
I hope so.
Got the Dallas
Cowboys.
The
Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
Let's talk about them.
News, not the whole CeeDee Lamb thing or the Dak Prescott thing.
Well, they signed CeeDee Lamb.
With his friend Zeke.
The human dinosaur himself, he's back.
Oh, best center in the game.
CeeDee Lamb did have a contract with the Cowboys. He did sign his contract with the Cowboys, so he's staying in Dallas, unfortunately. But the Cowboys finally got their receiver. Now they want to know what the hell are they going to do with Micah Parsons and Dak Prescott in the future. Because I've heard rumors that the Cowboys don't want Dak Prescott next year. And I don't know what the hell is going to go on with Micah Parsons, because I think this is his last year on his rookie deal until they have to re-sign him next year or sign him to a contract. So I don't know what the hell they're going to do with Dak Prescott or Micah Parsons. We're going to have to figure it out.
Cowboys, they had an amazing record last year, 12-5, even though they should have had an additional loss. Looking at you, Lions. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
You are my enemy. But, of course, they blew it. They were the second seed. The Packers came in as the 7th seed. First time
I was laughing my ass off when they lost that game.
And knocked the Cowboys senseless. And it
they punched their mouth straight up.
And the reason why the Cowboys had such a great regular season record is because their offense and defense was really damn good.
Yeah, why? I don't get it. The Cowboys, even though I'm an Eagles fan, I'm a huge Cowboys hater, I will say the Cowboys are good in the regular season. Almost any opponent they go against, they're scoring points. The offense makes it seem like everything's easy. It's like those tryhards on Madden. They just bomb it downfield and they get an easy touchdown. They make everything look so easy. So easy. But then when it comes playoff time, they shit the bed. They're just like me when I play Madden. They're just like me when I play with my cousin on Madden. Shit the bed every single time. I don't understand how that even works. Like, I don't know if the Cowboys are just cursed or they just really do suck in big moments like that. I don't get it. You know, Cowboys, you know, for the last, like, I will say, since, like, 2021, they've had their chance to compete for a Super Bowl, at least the conference championship. But they just cannot get past the second damn round. They can only get a wild card win. Okay, cool. That 1 year, they beat Tom Brady. You know, he was a skeleton at that point. Then last year, you know, I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't be surprised if they were favored against the Packers last year. But they shit their pants, and the Packers were a 7 seed. They were a 7 seed. They just barely got in the playoffs, and they came in their home, punched them square in the mouth. Bro, I know I'm talking so much, I'm pausing a lot, and the video's already at almost 16 minutes long. I'm only 5 minutes into the video, but I just have so much I need to say. Maybe when the Commanders and Giants come up, I highly doubt I'm going to say much to them because they're probably going to be not that relevant this year. I mean, we'll get to that. But Cowboys, y'all make no damn sense. Y'all just don't make any damn sense. Y'all keep living in the 90s where y'all won like 3 Super Bowls that time and y'all entire existence 5. But y'all can't even make it to the conference championship in the modern day.
They were 14th in rushing offense. They were 3rd in passing offense. Over on the defensive side, they were 5th in points allowed per game, 16th in rushing.
Like, they're so good. Like, they're good. Like, they have a good team, I will say.
They go and get Guyton to make that offensive line better. They also got Nealand as well to try and increase that pressure on the
I don't know much big guys they got this offseason.
But it still feels a little underwhelming. The Cowboys, I think, are not going to be as good as they were last year. Yes, they have contract disputes with their quarterback and also their main wide receiver right now.
They signed him.
But I just think with a little bit of a harder schedule and their team,
I feel like the Cowboys are going to do slightly worse this year.
They didn't really go all in. I don't know how much better they're going to be, but I also am not really one of those doomers that think they're going to be really, really bad.
Yeah, I will say they're probably still a contender, kind of, but not as much as last year.
The Browns, the Ravens, the Lions, the Texans, the Bengals, and I think they could give them some problems. So because of that, I have their floor at 9-8 as well.
Okay.
However, I have their ceiling 1 game less than the Eagles at 11-6.
Okay. So I will say, I feel like the Cowboys might, and this is my personal opinion, and I'm not trying to be biased at all because I'm an Eagles fan, I will say that the Cowboys, I personally feel they might get 9 wins or 10 wins around this season because they didn't really get better this offseason. You know, they still have a pretty good team as of right now to where they could still try to compete for the division and try to, you know, compete to be in the playoffs, but they didn't do much, okay? They lost some guys, and they didn't get better. They didn't, like, improve from there. Yeah, they made some signings, but I highly doubt it's going to make that big of an improvement for this year. So I feel like, personally, that they're going to be slightly worse this year. They might look good in a lot of games, but when it comes playoff time, I don't have my hopes. Actually, I've never had hopes of Cowboys, but when it comes playoff time, I won't expect much. Like, I will just expect them to get fucking beat down in the first round. Like, if they do make the playoffs. If they don't, then I'll just be like, well, I'm not that surprised, honestly. But I won't be surprised if the Cowboys do make the playoffs at the same time. Either one, I just feel like they won't perform as well as they did last year. Because, like, last year, I feel like it was their best chance in the recent years that they could have competed for a Super Bowl. And since they, you know, that year has been blown and they lost pieces and they didn't really improve from there, I feel like they're not going to be as good as last year. They won't. They'll still be trying to compete to be in the playoffs. I highly doubt they're not going to be as good as last year. Like, probably not nearly as good.
There's just a few games on here that I'm not super confident in the Cowboys to win. We also still don't know what's going to happen with CeeDee Lamb. I'm under the assumption he is going to be playing, and eventually,
yeah, he got signed a contract, so we will be playing this year.
It's the NFL.
It's just we don't know about Dak or Micah.
Going to be a playoff team. The question is, did they do enough in the offseason to get over the hump and win some playoff games? I think that remains to be seen. So, Cowboys, you'll have a good regular season.
We'll see. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
You got the
now we got Washington.
There is hope again.
Yeah, they got themselves a quarterback.
Washington has drafted a mobile Heisman-winning quarterback at number 2.
They got themselves their quarterback.
No question about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
But after seeing even just a glimpse of Jaden Daniels in the preseason, I know it's not...
Even as an Eagles fan, I will say this. I hope their quarterback doesn't go down like RG3 did, you know, a horrific injury like that. So that's the only thing I'll say about the Commanders. You know, they did get themselves a quarterback in the draft, they're hoping that he will be the future of their franchise. So, but I will say this, I still don't think they're not going to do that great this season. They might win, they might be mid this season because, you know, rookie quarterback, new pieces. Did they get a new coach? I don't know. I don't really know much about the Commanders, honestly. I only just focus on my team and what we got and all that stuff. But I feel like they'll probably be mid at best, I will say. I think they're like, you know, quarterback has to have time to develop. You know, just depending on how things go this season, the future might be bright. Who knows?
Against a true NFL defense, it's room for excitement because there hasn't been a lot of excitement in DC for quite some time. Looking at their stats from last year, not great. On the offensive side of the ball, they were 25th in points per game scored. They were 27th in rushing offense. They were 18th in passing offense, which you think is going to go up this year. And over on the defense, it was so much worse. In points allowed per game, they were last in the league.
Yeah.
Rushing defense,
terrible.
27th, and then passing defense, also 32nd. So there's definitely some cause for concern there. Of course, they traded away Montez,
but for some reason, they look good against the Eagles. I don't get it.
For that. And if we're being honest, I still have some worries about the offensive line. Not really the interior offensive line, but more the left tackle situation. But I think Jaden Daniels being able to run might serve him
It could help,
well.
honestly.
The Commanders are a weird team to try and figure out. I think that they're a rebuilding team. I think that's really easy to say. Your secondary, I definitely still have concerns about. But the whole point of this season is to figure out if Jaden Daniels is the guy. Sam Howell took a lot of sacks last year. Some were his fault. Some were his offensive line's fault.
Yeah.
And I think if you have Jaden Daniels...
That's the only question I have for the Commanders.
Even if he doesn't have all the support there, I think that's the best possibility you can have. And looking at the Commanders right now, they're going to face some tough games. They're in a division where they have to play the Cowboys and the Eagles, even though for some reason they play the Eagles really, really well. And they can be...
Yeah, I don't get it. How do the Commanders play the Eagles well? At least offensively. Defensively, they suck. But I don't get it. I don't get how, like, for like the last couple of years, we have looked shit versus the Commanders, and we still pull away with the win most of the time. Like, I don't get it. Last year, it was my birthday. I was in Dallas for my birthday, and I was looking at the score of this game, and or I think I was actually watching it. I don't remember, but I was watching the game, and bro, dude, I was just struggling that whole time. I'm just like, bro, can you just win? This is the Commanders. You're not playing the Chiefs. You're not playing the Cowboys. Why are you struggling against the Commanders? I don't get it. Why do they struggle with the Commanders? Okay, I'm done.
On the Giants. So here I have their floor pretty low at 5-12. That's if everything went wrong.
Okay.
Just because there's a lot of question marks on this team right now. Of course, the biggest one being their quarterback. Is Jaden Daniels going to be the guy?
That's the biggest question for them.
They're ceiling all the way up at 9-8. I think it's going to be really difficult for them to win 9 games because I think their team definitely still needs some depth.
Yeah.
But I think that if
I
Jaden
personally
Daniels
think
is
like
good,
7 to
he
8
can
wins.
mask a lot of those
Me
offensive
personally.
woes, and because of that, I'm a little bit more optimistic about the Commanders than I am going to be about the Giants.
Oh, the Giants.
And finally,
The Giants.
The New Jersey Giants.
New Jersey.
Giants. Yeah, after overachieving a couple seasons ago and beating the Vikings, thank you again for that. That's why I called you New York for like the entire season. They went with Tommy DeVito, Bippity Boppity last year, defeated
I remember
the Packers,
that.
which made me really, really sad.
Yeah.
Kind of figuring it out. Saquon Barkley, the Giants let him walk, and he just joined the...
Yep, and we have him. We have their running back. So, and you know he's gonna play them twice a year. So Giants, prepare y'all's anus because Saquon Barkley is just gonna complete butt fuck y'all. At least I hope.
So that's...
What have I done?
So that stung a lot. And so
Actually, no,
looking at
damn.
this team
Yay.
On paper, they go and get Malik Neighbors to provide a real wide receiver.
Yeah, at least they got a good
Wan'Dale
receiver.
Robinson and Hyatt, who I think are exciting players. However, it's going to come down to Daniel Jones.
Yeah, at least they got a
Is
good
he the
receiver,
guy?
but they still have a
I
shit
think there's
quarterback.
a lot of optimism there. There's also the question about their run game. What is that going to look like after Saquon is left? Because last year, their offense wasn't very good. They were 30th in points per game
Terrible.
scored. They were 16th in rushing offense, which might go down this year, and they were 31st in passing offense. Over on the defensive side, they were 26th in points allowed per game. They were 29th
they're
in
just
rushing defense, and they were 19th in
ass.
passing defense.
They're just
and they lost
ass.
Xavier McKinney, who was their best safety. So the Giants, it might be a rough year for them. I don't
Very
really believe
rough.
in that offensive line.
I will say probably maybe like 3 to 4 wins for the Giants. They're going to be terrible this year.
With the Eagles and also the Cowboys, and if the Commanders wound up striking gold with Jaden Daniels, it's not going to be a fun season. So because of that, I have their floor at 4-13. That's if everything goes wrong. But I think just against some of these teams, they're going to have a really tough time. They got the Cowboys twice, the Bengals, the Eagles twice, the Browns, the Seahawks, the Steelers. I think all these teams are going to give them problems. And hell, they even got to play the Ravens. So their ceiling, I have them at 8-9. So I have them finishing last in the division. The Commanders, I just have a little bit more optimism with Jaden Daniels, even though they
I'm just thinking they're
going to
win like 4 games and that's it.
Daniel Jones doesn't work out, are just going to draft a QB next year, and
Yeah.
they may be a bottom 3 team. So yeah, Giants, they may 100% surprise me, but for right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah, me too.
And so the standings, if they fall as follows, would be the Eagles at number 1,
Yep.
the Cowboys at number 2,
Yep.
the Commanders at number 3,
Yep.
and the Giants at number 4.
Got it right.
But of course, let me know what you think down in the
that's
comments
what I
below.
think personally.
How do you see this division shaking out? Let me know. You know, it's me at TomGrossiComedy.com or Tom Grossi Comedy, all social media, see down below. A big shout out and thank you to all the patrons and YouTube members.
Okay, looks like that's good. You know, the Patriots, Patreons. Should I start a Patreon? I should. I'm broke. All right, so there's Tom Grossi's NFC East predictions. I feel like he was pretty spot on with them. I mean, I personally think the Eagles are going to go first. I know I'm not trying to be biased, but I'm trying to say that the Eagles, I feel like they will finish first place because they actually did a lot this offseason to improve the team. We got a new running back. We got some key pieces on this in the secondary from the draft. And, you know, we did a couple signings that will probably help out the team. Like, we actually got a wide receiver 3 in Jahab Dotson. I think that's his name. Damn, I need to learn. I got to get better with these names, honestly. We got a wide receiver 3. And, yeah, I feel like this team, I feel like it will get better. I would feel like it will get better. So I feel like it will push them to the top of the division. Cowboys, I feel like they're going to do slightly worse than last year, so I feel like they will be second place. They're still going to be competing. They're still going to play tough this year against a lot of opponents, but once it comes to playoffs, if they do make the playoffs, diarrhea everywhere. So I feel like they will do slightly worse. They're going to be in second. Commanders, it all comes down to Jaden Daniels and how well he performs this year, but even that, they still have a lot of holes on that team, so I feel like they will come in third. Giants, shit. 4th place. They're not going to do much this year. As I'm thinking right now, they're not going to do much this year. Daniel Jones is pure ass. So yeah, Tom Grossi, I do agree with the stuff he said about this division. So pretty spot on. I'm pretty spot on as well, even though I'm pretty dumb. I look at it like that. So yeah, I will do I guess the next division I will do from Tom Grossi is the NFC North, and I'll do that tomorrow. So with that being said, guys, I'm back. I'm back on this channel, so expect the daily uploads, at least for right now. Hopefully I don't go ghost from this channel again for another 5 months. So yeah, guys, with that being said, if you did enjoy this, then be sure to give this video a like. If you haven't yet, subscribe, and then be sure to do so right now. And turn on notifications to be notified for any video that I upload. And if there's any more NFL channels or any type of NFL content that you want me to react to, then put it in the comments down below. It just can't be from the actual NFL channels because I will get copyrighted or blocked, worse. So don't request me that kind of stuff. But any kind of NFL channels like Tom Grossi that you want me to react to, put it in the comments. I'll look at their channel and I'll see if it's worth my time. So yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you guys later in the next one whenever I start doing that. So if you guys enjoy, I'll catch you guys later. So take care.